Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I filmed easy and healthy breakfast ideas, so if you want to see how to get any of these, then just keep on watching. So this first one here is a smoothie bowl that I have been absolutely obsessed with recently. First, I take some frozen banana and put that into my blender with some mango, peaches, and strawberries, and then just a bunch of mixed berries right here. Next, I added some vanilla almond milk, but you can add whatever you want, and then I just blended all of that together. Once it's finished blending, I obviously put that into a bowl, and I decided to do a layering thing, kind of like a parfait, but instead I used the smoothie obviously, and then I would just layer it with granola, so I just continued doing that until all the smoothie was out. Then once I got to the top layer, I'm just using some cereal granola type things and putting that on top, as well as some coconut flakes and some blueberries, and then I also put some peanut butter on top of that, and guys, just look how freaking good this looks. I absolutely love this. After that, I just dipped my peanut butter covered spoon into the bowl and I was finished, and I have been eating this almost every single day for the past week. The next thing I have here is like this cold fruity oat mix. So the first thing that you want to do is put some water into a pan. It doesn't have to be a lot, probably like 1/4 of a cup, and then just put it on your stove. After that, I poured my favorite oatmeal into a bowl. You can obviously use whichever kind you like. Once the water was filled up, I just poured a little bit into there and stirred it up just a bit. Next, I added some vanilla almond milk. Once again, you can use whatever you like, and I just mixed all of that together. I kind of put a lot in there, and you can obviously use less if you want it less watery. Next, I added some frozen fruit, and I love using frozen fruit in this just because it makes it so cold and refreshing. Next, I'm just adding some cinnamon and agave nectar to that to sweeten it up a bit, but the frozen fruit makes it taste amazing anyway. You can use any kind you like. I'm just using a ton of fresh berries once again, and it should look something like this once you're finished stirring it all up, and then you are done. The next thing we have here is a simple but so refreshing breakfast. It is a green smoothie, so I simply put some banana into my blender and some mango, peaches, and strawberries. This is all frozen, by the way. And then I just packed in all of that spinach right there, which was fresh. And then once again, I added some vanilla almond milk, and I also put in some agave nectar just to give it a little extra sweetness, and then I just simply blended all of that together. Once it was finished, I just poured it into a glass, and look how satisfying this looks. I don't know why, I just love this clip so much. But then I just topped it with some chia seeds and strawberries, and you can top it with whatever you want, but this is just what I preferred on top. And then once again, you are done. Next, I made some healthy blueberry protein pancakes. So these are all the ingredients you need. I also have everything in the description box below, so if you need to read anything over, I have it all there. So the first thing that we have to do is make oat flour, and to make that, all you have to do is pour your oats into a blender and blend it all together. The finished product should look something like this. Next, I just added my protein powder, which is an all-natural vegan protein powder. I have it in the description box below. I added my 3 egg whites, my half a banana, and 2 teaspoons of baking powder. And then I just blended all of that together. You might have to use your spoon to get some of the powder off of the side, but other than that, you should be fine with the blending. Also, if my mixture looks a little bit green, it's because my protein powder is made of greens, so that's why it kind of gives off that color. So the next thing you want to do is turn on a stovetop to a low heat and just put a frying pan down, and you want to make sure that you spray that pretty well with some oil just so it doesn't stick or anything like that. So while we're waiting for the pan to heat up, just take some blueberries and throw it into your mixture and mix all of that together very carefully so they don't break everywhere. And then just simply put it onto your frying pan. This mixture is very sticky, so you probably want to use your hands for help, so just make sure they're clean. Now I'm just spraying my spatula so the mixture doesn't stick to that either, and I'm flipping them over. I'm really bad at making pancakes, so that's why they do not look perfect at all. I'm sure somebody else can make them way better than I did, but trust me, they tasted amazing, and the fact that it had about 20 grams of protein in it was just a plus. So as soon as they were browned on the sides, just the way I like it, I scooped them up and put them onto a plate. And I had enough batter left to make one more pancake, even though this one came out horrible because I kind of burnt it. But I just added that to my pancake collection, I guess you could say, as well. And then I just added some blueberries to that because blueberries just taste great with blueberry pancakes. And then I drizzled some agave nectar on top of that. And you guys can use syrup, whatever floats your boat. But this is the finished look, and they tasted so freaking good. I really hope you guys try this. The last recipe we have here are some healthy blueberry muffins, and they are vegan friendly. So the first thing that I have here is some vinegar. It doesn't have to be rice vinegar, that's the only thing I had. Once again, I have everything in the description box below, so if you need the measurements, it is all there. So the first thing you want to do is preheat your oven to 375 degrees Fahrenheit. And next I am just pouring my almond milk and 1 teaspoon of vinegar into a bowl and stirring that all together. Next, I'm setting the mixture to the side for about 10 minutes so it can curdle. Next, we have to make some more oat flour, so I'm just taking 2 cups of oats and putting that into my blender and then blending it all together, and it ends up creating 2 cups of oat flour. Now I'm just pouring the oat flour into a large bowl. Next, I'm just adding the rest of the ingredients, which is my chia seeds, my baking powder, my salt, my cinnamon, which I didn't mention before, but I like a lot of cinnamon, so I'm adding a lot of cinnamon. And then, of course, I'm just stirring all of that together. Now I'm just adding the rest of the ingredients, which is the applesauce, my 4 tablespoons of coconut oil, and you should melt it because it's way easier to use that way. Next, I have my coconut sugar, and I'm also adding some agave nectar just for a little bit of extra sweetness. And then I'm pouring in my almond milk and vinegar combination, and I also added a splash of vanilla extract. And then you just want to blend all of that together by using a spoon. So the finished mixture should look something like this. After that, you just want to add some blueberries. You can use fresh or frozen. I decided to use fresh ones, so you just want to make sure you mix that very carefully so they don't burst everywhere. Next, I'm just spraying my little muffin pans with some oil, and I'm just making 6 big muffins, but you can obviously make 12 tiny ones if you want, but I just wanted mine to be bigger, so I'm just simply putting the batter into the muffin tin. Next, I'm just placing them into my oven for about 25 minutes. After the timer went off, I just stuck a toothpick in them to make sure they were finished, and they were. So I decided to let them cool for about 5 minutes before I put them onto a plate. So these are the finished muffins, and they're so good, and the fact that they're healthy makes them so much more enjoyable. I had 2 of them, and they're super filling, so they're perfect for before school or anything like that. And this is the end of the video. I really hope you guys enjoyed all of these recipes. They were all so amazing. If you guys are interested, I have everything in the description box below, and I'm also having a giveaway, so please check the description box if you're interested in that, and I really hope to see you guys in my next video on Sunday. Bye!